It was time. Now, let's just get to the intro. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my channel. Please keep in mind my readings are general, may or may not resonate. So take what does, leave the rest. Also, please be sure to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs for more insight. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So I am going to tell my story now, and then, in a few minutes we'll get to the actual reading, because for those of you who, I got mad comments and I got mad fucking messages from everybody that was like, what the fuck is going on, because you was just geeking. So I met a Scorpio. I actually knew him for quite some time, maybe a couple, 4 or 5 years. He was in my inbox for like 4 or 5 years. But, I was off doing other things. He was one of those guys in the messages that you never give a chance to, and you should never give a chance to. But I went against my better judgment and I gave him a chance. Now, it was cool. We met up a few times. Uh, Interacted. We did like walks in the park, shit like that. And he's like, listen, I want something, really serious. I don't want to keep playing games. I went to his house a few times. We watched movies. So I said, and then my kids called one day. My kids are like, Mom, what are you doing? What are you doing? And they're FaceTiming me, and he's in the background, and they're like, who is that? Oh my God. He's like, I'm gonna meet them. So I'm like, are you sure? Are you ready to meet them? Are you like serious enough to want to do that? And he's like, yeah, what do you mean? Why do you keep asking me that? And I'm like, because kids are a big deal. I don't know if I should. So he said, yeah. So I didn't say, I still was making up my mind the next day, but I had already told him, like, deal the next day, because I've learned from my husband, if you don't introduce your kids to the person before you get serious with them, and then they don't click, then you kind of fucked yourself, because you still can't be in a relationship with that person. So I said, okay, you can meet the kids. So prior to that or whatever, he had never been to my house. He comes to my house or whatever, and I'm washing clothes, folding the shits up. He's chilling. Things are great. We have sex. Sex is great. Sex is always great with a Scorpio. So then after that, we chill out for a minute. We sit around, and then it's time to pick up the kids. So he's like, all right, let's go. We're going to pick up the kids, whatever. We pick up the kids, and my son, he's the one. He's a Sagittarius, but he's always the one. Even when I married my husband, when I was marrying my husband, who was also a Scorpio, he cried at the wedding. No particular reason. My son just busted out crying. Still to this day, he probably can't give me an answer why, but he just bust out fucking crying. So when we pick up my kids, my daughter, who's a Pisces, is like, hello, how are you? My name is Maya. Hello. She's all happy and shit. And my son is like, and he's like, you're not going to say hello? And he's like, no. And I'm like, oh, okay. And I had an ex that I'm so tired of him. My son is like, no. So I'm like, aside, that's rude. He's like, okay, whatever. So I'm like, well, just let him be it, whatever. He's him. So we get out the car, say bye to him, and Sagittarius always knows though. So we get out the car, whatever. I get on live with you guys later on that night. I'm texting him, we texting back. He's supposed to come back later on that night. Doesn't come. So after him not answering my text messages, after he calls me and he tells me he's coming or whatever, and he doesn't answer my text messages, I'm like, okay, well, he's on some bullshit. So I block him. That's our immediate thing anyway. That's our immediate thing, is to block, like, or disconnect. Okay, you don't want me, bye. So I blocked him that night. But then the next morning, I'm like, you know what? Let me unblock him and explain what is going on. So I unblock him, and I'm like, what the fuck, was going on, last night. No, I'm like, you could have just told me if you just wanted to have sex or whatever the situation is. And he's like, what the, no, I didn't even say that. I didn't start off that way. I started off with, what the fuck is your problem? I'm like, I guess, we didn't connect the way I thought we did. So I'm just going to pull my energy back from you. And he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Are you serious? And I'm like explaining to him, like, your whole vibe changed. What happened? And he didn't say anything. So I'm like, okay, give it some time, Ash. Don't overreact. Maybe he's doing something. He has his own business. And I waited a while. He never said nothing back. So now I'm like, okay. Then the other Gemini is like, bitch, go pull up. Because when a motherfucker don't want to speak to him, my friend, she's an Aquarius, is like, bitch, yeah, pull up. Like, so I'm like, okay, cool. He has nowhere else that he should be because he works from home. So I'm like, okay, I get you. Now my adrenaline is pumping. I got to get on the highway. He lives a city away. I get on the highway. My tire is fucked up. I go fix the fucking tire and I haul ass over there or whatever. I fill my gas tank up and I get there. His car is not there. So I'm like, wow. So he's somewhere. Okay. So now the other Gemini is like, okay, so call from your Google voice. Let's see if he answers. Look, y'all is in it too. Nobody is saying nothing. So I'm going to start a channel about my relationships because this is just one. So when I realized that he's not answering the fucking phone, I call him from another fucking phone. Y'all glue. So I call him from my Google voice and a female picks up and I'm like, hello. The girl's like, hello. So I'm like, I'm shocked. I didn't say anything. I'm like, and then I hang up and then the number, and then he calls back and he's, and it's again, it's a girl voice. It's like, hello. And I know, I'm like, what? And so I'm like, who now? I didn't snap now because now it's like, hello. And then he hops in and he's like, hello. And then I'm like, who the fuck is this? And then the girl's voice snaps back and it's like, hello. So I'm like, who the fuck is that? And he's like, who the fuck is this? And I'm like, you know who the fuck this is. Who the fuck is that? And he's like, why the fuck, who is this? Why are you? I'm like, you know who this is. So he hangs up or whatever, and he texts me like, I don't know who the fuck this is playing on my phone. And I'm like, you know who this is. Why the fuck are we going back and forth? Who else is going to be calling you? He's like, well, the number's not stored. I'm like, I know the number's not stored. This is Ashley. This is the new Scorpio. So long story short, now he's like, oh, I'm gonna hit you right back. So I'm like, you're gonna hit me right back. Lord, I'm like, you're gonna hit me right back. What the fuck are you talking about? And I'm like, so you just really had a whole girl answer the phone? And I'm like, you know what's so crazy? I made him wait. So I'm like, why would you go through wanting to meet the kids? I asked you, were you serious? Why would you, lead me on? Why would you? I already was trying to like distance myself from you, and you knew that. For you to be like, yeah, I want to meet the kids, yeah, I want to do this with you, I want to take the kids out. Why would you do all of that? And then meet my kids, and then the next day is like that. So he's like, first of all, that wasn't no female, that was me. Don't no females touch my phone. What? I'm like, okay. And then he calls me back, and I'm like, what? And he switches the voices. Now he's switching the voices, and he's like, it was me. I hung up on that motherfucker. And I said, listen, regardless to whatever the fuck you got going on, have it. I'm like, I'm just like completely shocked because everything that everything that it's not funny. Everything that I thought of you has completely changed, because I'm like, because first of all, you can't tell me that he wasn't that it wasn't another person. I don't give a fuck what the situation is. I don't care what the fuck is going on. I still feel like there was another person, and I feel like it, but it probably wasn't even another girl. It probably wasn't. It could have been him, because I was calling from another number. It could have been him trying to act like somebody to see whether or not, because I'm guessing he's probably ducking and dodging many females, because this is probably the shit that he does. Okay, now, no, it was okay. So he's fucking nuts. So whatever the situation was or whatever, after that, I was done, because it doesn't matter even if he was playing games. It was the fact that he even went that level in the first place. It was the fact that you're playing games. It's the fact that I was texting you all that time and you weren't answering the phone, but you just wanted to meet my kids. It was like, what the fuck did you want to meet the kids for? What was that? So yeah, that was done. But I was a little melancholy, because I was all the way up at the top when I was over there about to fuck him up, and then I went all the way to fuck down when I realized that it wasn't a female, it was him. It was like, why the fuck are you what type of shit are you into? And then I had already blocked him on everything, and he's like, yo, you need to fucking chill out and all this other stuff. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, you do need to chill out, because even though he met them fucking kids, you ain't known this nigga enough to be wilding like that. So perhaps you should take a chill pill. So I didn't just take a chill pill. I let that motherfucker go completely. And it's like, okay, thank you, sir. I'm fine. I woke up now in the mix of all of that, you know. I don't know how long it takes y'all to get back to, you know, whatever you need to go through, but I immediately called my Taurus, because I'm like, hello, you know, hello, these niggas is out here doing me bad. You did me bad, but I'd rather be with you and keep going through what I'm going through with you than to go back to this motherfucker. So then I took 7 steps back. And then, you know, I'm talking to the Taurus, and I'm telling the Taurus that I miss him, but I'm tired of going through the shit. Girl, it was just too fucking much. So then I woke up this morning and I didn't want nobody. But then the Taurus was like, you know, I miss you. And I'm like, well, God, are you trying to push me back towards this nigga, and for what? Why? Because now he over here like, I do miss you, and nothing's working. And I'm like, oh my God. And then now I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did. Everybody is just that's what I felt like. I felt like I need to just leave everybody alone and continue on my craft, as opposed to trying to sit up here and trying to duck goose a whole bunch of motherfuckers that's ducking me. Because I naturally feel like if the Scorpio was a glimpse of serious as he was supposed to be, I haven't heard from him since. Like, he ain't blocked. He's not, I didn't block him. I don't know if I blocked him and then I unblocked him. So I could not understand for the life of me why he wouldn't ever say shit back. I'm like, well, damn, nigga, you were fine with just me just saying fuck you. And I get that Tauruses get to the point where sometimes they're like, you know what, I'm gonna go silent with her because she's trying to play me. But it was like, damn, nigga, you just said fuck me. And you're absolutely right. I took that as an energy as let him go. So I did just that, you know, and I'm actually okay with it. I was like a little fucked up yesterday, but I'm fine today. I don't know how I'll be tomorrow. But I'm cleansing like my energy. I've cleansed the house. I've washed the sheets he laid in. I'm fine. I just want to get the small, because it's like I didn't even know him enough to be that upset. I was more upset about the manipulation because I literally read his cards. And in his cards, it was like it was two people. And I'm like, so who's this other person? And he's like, I don't know who that other person is. I'm like, you know who this other person is. This is somebody that's been in your energy for a long time, but it's saying that you want to be with me, but you still have somebody else and you're in between. And he's like, oh no, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But then when we get in the money, he's like, oh yeah, that part is right. And I'm like, okay. So now I feel like that's exactly what it is. I feel like it was always somebody else that he was teeter-tottering back with. But again, I want to fuck with you. So if I got to, but my thing is, even after you fucked me, you could have still just been like, all right, got a blast. Why would you be like, okay, we going to meet the kids? Like, come on, we about to pick the kids up right now type shit. And I'm like, okay, thinking everything cool. Even later on that night, I'm on live with y'all. I'm texting them, what you doing? Oh, I got 5, because he sells food. So he's like, I have 5 things to do, and I'm going to come straight to you. And I'm like, okay, well, cool. After I finish up this reading, you know, I text him like, am I supposed to wait up? No response. I'm like, wow. Wow. Okay. So yeah, that was my moment yesterday. But I am going to start a channel about my relationships, because this is just one. Okay, the Taurus one will blow y'all fucking mind. Okay, my marriage would blow your mind, and my baby father will blow your mind. And I really feel like, as a Gemini, to you guys, y'all would love to hear. He was trying to hook you. Let me tell you how bad he was trying to hook me, though. And this is personal, but I'm going to share it with y'all because y'all my motherfuckers. Y'all my motherfuckers, right? So, while we were, you know, he's like, mind you, we talked about babies already. When I was he's a gold digger. Always got his baby mamas in his energy. I believe that, too. Now, listen. When I first met him, the first night I went to go see him, I had like, I was backing out of a parking spot, and it was like this a piece of baby clothes under my car, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh, I pay attention to signs. I'm like, oh, what is this? I'm like, oh, he like grabbed it with his foot while I was rolling back. He's like, I didn't want it to get stuck in a car. It was like a baby thing. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, oh no, you probably fertile or something. It's this baby shit under here. And he's like, what would you want, a boy or a girl? And I'm like, I just fucking met you. What are you talking about? And then while in the mix, he's like, oh well, do you want a baby? And I'm like, what? So now I'm thinking back on it, like, he wasn't just trying to trap me energetically. No, he was trying to keep me just period overall. That part. But now we're going to have to start at 18:21 for the reading. For everybody who wants to skip my fucking love life, I'm going to have to write that down as a timestamp. Because motherfuckers going to be like, don't nobody want to hear that shit. Don't forget to hit the like button, because I had y'all so glued, okay? I knew y'all wanted to hear it. I know. I knew y'all wanted to know. Because we nosy. Okay. Listen. What we got going on? Definitely collecting women. Definitely collecting women, because the odd thing about the whole situation is how I met him. And I don't really want to get into how I met him, but how I met him in person and how he got me was crazy. Because he was, whatever. Definitely collecting women. And I called it too. Okay? I called it. And that's why I went against my better judgment. Because there is a part of me that wants a relationship enough to overlook small shit, thinking, okay, it's not that bad. It was that bad. So I learned the lesson. I learned the lesson. Now, with that being said, sis, is he from Newark? No, he's from Jersey City, actually. But I think he be in Newark. He do be in Newark. But I can't do that. I can't do that on here. So let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on in the past. Let's see what's going to happen, what was going on in the present, and what we got coming in for the future. All right, surrounding energy with you right now is Temperance. All right, Geminis. Getting back to you, you know, putting those emotions in 2 cups, but making sure that both of those cups have the same level so that you can be balanced, okay? So this part of your life is balance, okay? And with balance being here, it's because of the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. You're not balanced at this moment. Now, you could be working on that. You could be working on your finances. You could be trying to delegate your personal life from your money. You could be trying to delegate love from your life. But there's something that needs to come into balance. Everything all together need to come into balance in this very moment, okay? Juggling almost like, but with yourself. It's like trying to make sure everything is at the same pace, okay? Giving enough time for everything, but making sure you still have time for yourself. Past energy, Judgment. Okay, why is Judgment here for the past? You guys were trying to make a decision, maybe to go into something different. See, this lady is being pulled, okay? Pulled into another dimension, but by somebody. Could be spirit, could be by a person, but this is you trying to get out of some type of cycle, feeling like you keep going through the same thing over and over again, wanting to go into a new phase in life. Spirit, why is Judgment here? The Emperor. Trying to gain control. Trying to gain control, knowing that you kept doing something the same way and wanting to do something better or different in the future. With the Death card, trying to put an ending to a way of being that you were in the past. So this would be me trying to cut out my old self, whatever it is that kept reoccurring, and moving towards the future. But the thing about the Emperor is, yes, he owns empires. Yes, he is a boss, but the Emperor doesn't always have the answers. The Emperor goes off of their intuition, and depending on what your intuition is, you could be right, you could be wrong, but you have to make a split decision in that second, and you have to live up to it, or you have to deal with it after you make that decision. So this is in an energy of not being sure you're making the right choice, but needing to make a choice now. Or deciding that you have to change something now. Something has to give. With the Moon card here again, this is what I'm talking about. Wanting to make a decision, wanting to change something about yourself, wanting to end a cycle or a way of being that keeps happening. You feel like you're just going in fucking circles, but you don't quite know what the fuck the problem is or what you're doing yourself. It's like, yes, I do want to change. Yes, I want something different, but what the fuck am I doing wrong in the first place? And it could be identified as you not learning your lesson, but it's like if somebody could tell me what the lesson is so I could put my fucking magnifying glass on it, I could pick it up. Because I don't know, because it seems like I didn't, Geminis try everything. We could be a chameleon to what you want, he want, she want. and then I could be myself. So it's like, what the fuck am I supposed to be then if I ain't supposed to be none of these motherfuckers or myself? What's next? And I feel like this is this is the full moon. You guys may have some type of answers coming in during the full moon, because, or this is you needing to speak to spirit on the full moon. Okay? Because there's an energy here of spirit, tell me what I'm doing wrong. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. And that was another thing, not to cut y'all off or get out of this reading, but do you know that the Scorpio go to church every Sunday? When she put I follow Jesus, I had to think about that too. This motherfucker in church every Sunday. Moving forward. So trying to ask spirit, what is going on? Like, how do I fix this? Some of you guys need to do that on that be the Virgin runs. Yeah, the full moon is tomorrow night. I feel like the full moon is going to be very prevalent for y'all too. For you to try to figure out exactly what's going on. The Ace of Wands. The Five of Swords. Whoa. What the fuck is this coming in? There's a download happening here. It may happen. Something may happen on the full moon. Be careful, you guys, tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Friday? Something's going to happen tomorrow, you guys. I don't know if this is good or bad, but I do have the Five of Swords under here. The Five of Swords can depict somebody trying to win at all costs. Ace of Wands, wanting a new beginning. I want to clarify this Ace of Wands so motherfucking bad. Let me just do it. I wasn't going to do it, but I'm going to just do it. Okay, Spirit, why is this Ace of Wands here? What is this Ace of Wands coming up? Tell me what this Ace of Wands is that's happening for Gemini. And this is the past, but this is depicting something that's going to be happening in the near future too. Because with the Moon card here, this is something that happens in the future. Five of Pentacles. They're not. Wow. Wow. Okay. I don't even want to talk about it. Y'all got to wait until that shit get here. I will tell you this, though. Something is going to happen either on the full moon or after the full moon that's going to blow your motherfucking mind, okay? And I feel like it's going to be not necessarily a shock because y'all are so intuitive. You knew it was going to happen. But when it happens around about that time, either after or during the full moon, you're going to be like, what the fuck? So let's see what's going on in the present. The Sun card. I heard, don't ever think that I failed you. Spirit, who you talking to? Me or them? Because I feel a little failed. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Why is this Sun card here? But Spirit wants you to know that he never failed you. Why is this Sun card here? Oh, God. But I do, and not for nothing, let me just say this. I'm making a joke about it, but I know I was blocked for a reason because I seen the future of that, and I feel like it would have been a little scary or rocky for me, okay? But with the Sun card here in the present moment, this is either a realization of something that you needed to know that is better benefiting for you, or this is happiness in the current moment. Why is the Sun card here? The Three of Swords. And this is what I'm talking about. Through pain was some type of happiness because it was something that you needed to be fully aware of in this present moment that hurt you, but it was good for you. And when I say it's good for you, I don't mean like, oh, that's what you get. I mean, this is what is supposed to happen for the better you. So some of you guys may be going through some type of heartbreak in this present moment from somebody that you had to decide to end things with. But I feel like it worked out to your benefit. Absolutely did. All right. Why is the Sun and the Three of Swords here? The Eight of Swords. There was somebody here, right? Or something or a situation that was keeping you stuck, but it wasn't beneficial at all. At all. And I feel like the sun came in and shined a light on some shit that you just could not see. Maybe it was something that you didn't see because you just didn't want to. This person's blindfolded. Somebody clearly had to put the blindfold on this person and tie their hands. But you weren't bound to the point where you couldn't see, but you were afraid to take a step and fix yourself, to free yourself. So this is you being stuck, but Spirit saying, listen, I'm going to let you feel your way out of this one. And I feel like something about this had to hurt for you to get yourself out of this, but you got out of this. This is your current moment. Because the Empress is here. You had no fucking business being like this in the first place. You're so much better than this. Why do you let people take you here, Gemini? Is it you not knowing your worth? Is this you not knowing who you are? I feel like I'm talking to myself right now. Excuse me. But I feel like a lot of you guys can relate. Because now, either you're standing in this energy or you will be learning who the fuck you are very soon. That is the sun illuminating you. And with the Chariot, you get to move on. Why can you move on? Because you've learned. You've learned who the fuck you are. And sometimes you'll forget again, and Spirit will learn your ass again, or you'll learn and you'll never let nobody take you back to the Eight of Swords or the Nine of Swords when you're the Empress. But the choice is yours on whether or not you want to go, back and forth. But in this very moment, you know who the fuck you are. I hope you stay there. But if you don't, you need to be reminded again. It may hurt again with the Three of Swords, but you will be reminded who the fuck you are after the fact. What's coming in the present moment? What's coming in the present moment? Oh, in the near future. Ten of Pentacles. Money, stability. With the Moon card there, again, we have the Moon card. We need to be very, very aware and present during the full moon. The full moon is very present for us. If you are hoping for some type of money or stability, whatever it is that you're wishing for, the full moon is a time where you need to be manifesting it. I'm telling you, it's too present. The moon keeps coming up. And the moon only comes up a lot when the full moon is coming. For us. The last full moon reading, we had the same thing. Friday going to be lit, Gemini. I don't know what you're going to be doing. Whether it's lit within yourself or lit to other people, but it's going to be lit. All right? Why is the Ten of Pentacles here for the near future? Which is tomorrow for you. Whoa. One more. Spirit says you seeing what you're saying, but what is it saying? Why? Well, interesting. Could be a Taurus here. Or just a committal energy. Someone bringing in that energy of Ten of Pentacles. Maybe you are already with this person. Maybe you want to be with this person. Maybe you will be with this person. However, this is somebody who you have been or will be or are extremely blocked from, or you have been. And I feel like Spirit's been pushing you forward from this individual because this person was never to be trusted with the Seven of Swords here. But it's interesting because this person is here in the future. You don't trust it though with the Page of Swords. And with the King of Swords, you're trying to figure out why or what the fuck this person is doing here. But with the Justice card, I feel like this person gets or had some type of karma for either leaving you or you leaving them with this person's karma, and now they may be trying to manifest you back. But I don't think you're that receptive of this. So let's get this straight. I don't know. I'm going to clarify, of course. But I don't know why this person or who the fuck this is. But they come in and swinging some swords. So they want to communicate. Look, Knight of Swords is here too. With the Page of Cups. Could very well be an apology. Because here you are with the Lover's card. Could be an apology. You know, because there's a connection here that somebody may have taken for granted. But with this Page of Swords and this Nine of Wands, it's like motherfuckers yelling from the window like, hey, yo, goddess, come outside. Let me speak to you for a second. And you like, what the fuck? Why are you here? What are you doing? And look, you over there looking crazy than a bitch. This motherfucker has stressed you out. Drove you crazy. And look at him all happy on his endeavors and shit. Black ass. Hey, yo, what's good? Now you're at a crossroads. Trying to go, you know, within with this High Priestess. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Like, this is you talking to Spirit like, okay, I'm not going to do this today. This is what you're telling yourself. I'm not going to do this today, but am I supposed to do this tomorrow? Spirit, hello. What am I supposed to do? Not reply. This is not what you're supposed to be doing, Gemini, because you've learned again who you are and what's worth it, what's not worth it. And with the Strength card, you're supposed to be holding back. This is you being tested. Will you let this person come back in even though you know that they're inconsistent and flighty? You got the Ace of Pentacles here with the Four of Wands. You sure as fuck want it. But do you need it? Ten of Swords and the fucking Hanged Man. Do you need it? Is it going to get you anywhere? Yeah, it's not. Two of Pentacles and a Five of Cups. Another fucking waste of your time. It's a waste of your fucking time. Five of Pentacles in reverse with the Four of Cups. And then if you do decide to take them back, you're bored. You don't even want it no more. It's not interesting. You're ready for something new. And with the Ten of Cups, I feel like you look, Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. Once you deny this person, that next person winds up being something that's like, what is this about? You sitting there all single and shit, minding your business, la 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 la. And then boom, here they come. With something solid. They starting off slow. But I feel like you get everything that you wanted. Everything that you wanted from this person. Oh boy. So you're going to be tested. You are going to be tested, Gemini. Will you pass the test even though I told you the answers already? Or will you fail? It's deep, right? So I fuck around and fail. I don't know. I don't know. Depends on who it is. Who you gonna send me? Because some of the motherfuckers got some good. I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm not gonna sit here and put a straight face. Well, I don't know. I might fuck this one up again, y'all. I might fuck this one up again. But you only here once. And if it's to have a good time, then I'm going to have a good fucking time while I'm fucking up. Okay? Even if Three of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. On the next episode, but I am seriously thinking about doing the channel for my relationships, but the motherfuckers gonna try to sue me, honey, because I got some weird shit going on. Or maybe I should do stories, but try to not make them seem like they're based off of real stories. Or can I do them by signs and they can't sue me? They gonna try to sue me. They gonna try to sue me. Can I do it by the signs and not never, you know, say their name? That's fine. Because motherfuckers need to know. They can't sue me long as I don't put their name? Okay. So this is going to be the energy for the near future. Oh no. This is going to be the driving force for the future. More than likely outcome. Any advice? Bottom of the deck is the energy for you in the future. The Strength card. Oh, so we getting stronger. Could be a Leo here, but I feel like you're getting a lot stronger. King of Cups, you are getting in control of your feelings, okay? Getting in control. The future is you getting control of yourself. Saying, you know what? Nope. Nope. Because I feel like, you know, because I know I definitely am. At this point, when it's a no for me, it's a no. If I don't want to fuck it when I first meet it, then I know it's a no because my body knows it's a no. But what's so weird is, even though my son is intuitive as fuck, my son loved the Cancer, and the Cancer was the worst person, one of the worst people that I ever had dated. He loved him. He still loves him to this day. All right. Future. Justice. Ooh. Justice. For the energy surrounding the future. Getting what you deserve. Balance. Insight. Because you're still blind. You're still blind. But it's like, you are the child of the zodiac. And I forgot who I was telling this to. But you are the child of the zodiac. So you never fully see what you're supposed to see. You see it from a child's lens. Okay? That's why you could be talking to other people. We love to act like we know it all, but we don't really be knowing shit. And I feel like the issue with that is, because we are the children of the zodiac, we don't know, even though we know, because we do shit like know already and still fuck up. That's childlike, right? I feel like this is the energy of spirit protecting you and doing what's right for you, because he knows that you don't know. That's the whole point, that you don't know. We don't never know. It's like we have fucking advice for everybody else, but us ourselves, we never know. We can see everybody else's future. We can tell everybody as soon as they tell us the story, we already know the answer to it. But then when it comes to us, it's like, but I don't know. Spirit is saying, let me cover this bitch, because they just don't get it. And I feel like you just need to get in the energy of allowing spirit to make way for you, and stop trying to press or push things because you don't know. Okay? It's a lot of shit going on. And I mean, I ain't just talking about in regards to relationships. I'm talking about life, friends, family. It's a lot of shit going on around you that you don't know. Okay? And it's not your business to know, because spirit said, I'm going to handle it for you. But what you got to stop doing is blocking spirit's way of handling things for you. If it's a no, it's a no. If it's a yes, it's a yes. You will know, because all you got to do is sit there, and it's gonna happen for you. Interesting. Didn't even clarify it yet. Why is the Justice card here for Geminis? Why is the Justice card here for Geminis? That's you got justice twice. Justice is here for you because it's supposed to be served. This bitch ain't got no blindfold on. This one does. Spirit says, I will guide you. You're going to be guided. You can't see, they gonna help you. This may be you being blinded about a lot of shit at first, but boom, now you can see. She ain't even sitting down no more. This is somebody who does not know. I can't see, I can't make an informed decision, shit all over the place, life's fucked up. And then boom, something happens, you get the fuck up, you're happy, you got an award, you got the scale, blinds off, you're outside, you're not in the house, you're not fucked up no more, you're out. Justice clarified by justice. What is the fucking chances of that? One more for justice clarified by justice because I'm nosy. Queen of Cups. Because you learn your worth. You get it. It clicks. It clicks that it's okay for you to allow yourself to feel what you need to feel. Not second guess yourself or wonder if, am I being too hard, or could I do that better, or it's you being to the point where you're like, it doesn't feel right. Nope, I'm not going to do it. And that's it. And that's it. Because that's you learning your worth. That's it. That's it. You're learning that that's it. And you're sitting on it. I'm okay with that. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. If it don't feel right, it's not right. That's it. That's you learning. That's it. Going with your intuition. This bitch intuitive. That's it. That's it. No more. You know what's so crazy? Let me tell you how accurate I am real quick. If y'all remember, I had went live or whatever, and I said something was going to happen in a crescent moon, which was Tuesday or Wednesday. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? I have to start paying attention to my own shit. Didn't I tell you something was going to happen to us Tuesday or Wednesday in the crescent moon? That's when I let the Scorpio come to my house. It was Wednesday. Was it? Or Tuesday? I believe it was it Wednesday or Tuesday? It was Monday. Tuesday is when he started acting crazy. Yep. Tuesday is when everything hit the fucking fan. I need to go back and watch that reading. Or was it was yesterday? Today Wednesday? What's today? Today is Thursday. It happened what? Wow, it happened Wednesday. You see that? You see that? I said the shit was I said something was gonna happen Tuesday or Wednesday because that was the crescent moons. And it happened to my own fucking self. Didn't even realize it was fucking happening until it happened. I warned myself and didn't even pay attention. That's how fucking accurate I am. See that? If I would have just paid attention to what the fuck was going on, I could have avoided it. If I would have just listened to myself. All right, so outcome. The Fool card. But this isn't the normal. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that, Ashley. The Fool card. Because this is why, okay, and this is another thing. Sorry to cut this reading off again. But this is why, as a reader, I need you guys to realize what the fuck happens. I still have a lesson to learn, even though I'm kind of blinded. It's like I'm reading for you guys, but I'm not reading. Even though I'm reading for y'all, I'm not paying attention because at the end of the day, I have to still go through shit too, you know? And I feel like that was a lesson that I needed to learn. Even why I was not paying attention, I wasn't supposed to know, because I was still supposed to go. And that split decision, I still had to make a decision based off of my own intuition, my own logic, just like you have to do. And what we have coming in next is the Fool. Right? And this is not the ordinary Fool. This is the Fool who this was the Fool. This is not the normal Fool that motherfuckers, you know, you jump off the cliff. No, this is a different type of Fool. This is the one who knows, because she's been through it time and time and time and time again. This is a bitch holding a card of her future, of a card of her future, of a card of her future, of a card of her future. This is me. You know what you know what you know. Out of all the decks, she picks a card of herself, of herself, of herself, and then I pick this card of herself. So you are going to be starting over, but with wisdom, because you know what you know what you know. The problem is she's not turned and looked at the reflection of herself, because this is not here for her. This is here for you to realize that you are her. You are looking at you here. She is you. Deep, right? Why is the Fool card here, Spirit, in the near future? Well, the outcome. I feel like you're always going to be in a full energy, though. You're always going to be in a full energy, because we're always willing to take a leap of faith, even though we already know. But now you're sure that you know. Before it was like, maybe this one isn't. Now you know what you know, and you can't unknow it no more. That's this, that. The Four of Pentacles. You know what you know, so now when you're taking these leaps of faith, you know to hold back. You know what to give, you know when not to give. One more for the Fool, Spirit. This one flips. The Four of Swords. The fours is very, very fucking, y'all gotta look up fours, because that's y'all number right now. Four of Pentacles and the Four of Swords. I heard knowing when to hold them and knowing when to fold them. Knowing when to keep them and knowing when to let go. Why? Because you are the Empress. You know your worth. And the advice. Four of Wands. Four of Wands speaks of stability. It does speak of relationships or situationships. But your advice in this very moment is to stay stable. Whatever that means. Let's see what it means for you. Why is the Four of Wands here? The Ten of Wands. The Hierophant. The Seven of Cups. One more, because I know where this is going. The Devil. You have to stop fixating on one in a relationship so bad. It's running and almost ruining your life, wanting a relationship so bad. It's ruining you. Because in a way, the pain and the biggest issue and the most toxic thing in your fucking life is the fact that you want somebody to be with you. Well, learning how to be stable by yourself. Learning to be comfortable and fulfilled by yourself. Okay, you guys. I was going to do questions tonight, but I feel like this was one hell of a reading for you guys. One hell of a reading. Let's get one card from the Rebel deck. One card from the Rebel deck from Spirit Source. What is it that Gemini really needs to hear in this message right before the full moon? Stop obsessing. You are not the fucking center of the universe. If you think that you are the only person who is going through this, who is experiencing this, if you think that, you know, these hurt people that hurt you aren't hurt for a reason, and that you are the only one who it happens to, and oh my God, why does Geminis have it so bad? You're not. You're just one of many, and it's life. So, thank you guys. Have a good one. Bye.